My name's Scott People, long-time professional in the mostly animation business. I had spent some time in California with Disney and Pixar. I spent some time in mostly all feature animation work, some feature, some TV. Also, I've taught a lot at Sheridan College.
A bit of an animation dinosaur. I've been around since before the Ice Age. I also taught at Sheridan. 40 years experience in all facets of the business. I've done a little of animation, a lot of layout, design, production design, storyboarding, a little bit of background painting, a little bit of animation, a little bit of directing, a little bit of everything. We were roommates at Disney with Scott. I worked in a lot of different television studios. If you're doing a rocky path or anything like that, landscape, but also, first thing, it's very important to decide on a grid. There's a sort of a rough potential grid. So I take that. So the next thing that I'll do is I say, how do I want to look at my character? Supposing my character is like this. This is my character. So now supposing that I want the character to go down a bit, then up a bit, and then down a bit again. Okay, so I'll do go up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, and then really far down. So using that grid, and here's my horizon, by the way. So I go, first of all, before I do anything, I'll have to create a place for that character to stand and exist on. This is not my detail, this is my identification of the structure. And you see I'm following the grid I've established for myself. So if this character walks forward, he'll walk forward down the hill. There he goes. And if there's another character, they may be standing here. And then they can climb up here. They can stand here, hill here, then that character we down a notch, and now that character is here. So in the distance, if we put a point of land with a castle on it, you see, you've just created distance. And whenever you're doing landscapes and you're doing rocks or trees, then the other thing that you have to have is you have to sort of imagine. So supposing you've got a rock, you want to put a rock in, okay, and another rock, and then another rock. You've got a tree, supposing it's a willow, then that's going to have to intersect with it. If it's got roots, then those roots will, so if you've got another tree, and if you've got another tree, down it goes. Now you can say, aha, there's one in the foreground. I suggest there's a tree in the foreground. And if my character is here, how tall is the character compared to a tree? Move the character over, even bigger. That is how you move characters in a landscape. The same thing happens in a room. All of you have to have, so you have a character. It's all grids. If you've got your grid, you're in control. The trick is you've got to understand that if the character is this tall, the chair will be up to his knees. The table should be big enough that the character is able to sit at the table comfortably. A doorway is a prescribed height. A window is a prescribed height. A roof is a prescribed height. A shelf generally is a prescribed height, unless it goes to the, and therefore, when you do that, you go, that's my room, here's my horizon line, and here are my corners. Therefore, if a chair is here, then it's got to project forward and be consistent here. If the door is here, then we can travel around and project the door here. If you have a clock here, then we travel around and make the clock here, and now the clock is the same height. So that's my little demo, and that's what I'm seeing in all the drawings. Projection, or your character defines whatever your character shape is. The character defines the distance. All right, thank you.